Ooh. I am Mr. V. So we've been learning about history for humanities, and today we are going to learn about the history of Australia Day. That's right, the history of Australia Day. Does anybody know when Australia Day is? Yep, that's right, buddy. On the 26th of January. So we are gonna watch a video on why we celebrate Australia Day. So let's take a look.
The First Fleet, commanded by Captain Arthur Phillip, set sail for the shores of Botany Bay on the 13th of May, 1787. It consisted of 11 ships and about 1,500 people, 700 of which were convicts. After 7 months at sea, the fleet landed at Botany Bay in January 1788. Soon after the fleet's arrival, however, Captain Phillip found that there was little fresh water and no fertile soil at Botany Bay. He decided to sail further north in search of a better location to establish the colony. In doing so, Captain Phillip and his crew sailed into the clear waters of Port Jackson. On the 26th of January, they landed and raised the Union Jack in what soon became known as Sydney Cove. The region around Port Jackson was, however, already inhabited by Indigenous peoples. As the colony in Port Jackson grew, it began to take up more and more traditional Aboriginal land. This continuing expansion became a major source of friction between the settlers and Aboriginal peoples.
So that's why we celebrate and commemorate. What is commemorate? Commemorate means that you recall and remember and celebrate a special day. And in this case, it's Australia Day. We have a lot of fun on Australia Day, don't we? We go on barbecues, we go to the beach, and we even have fireworks. Now, an important skill that you need to learn in humanities is to evaluate and examine the point of view of others. For some people, Australia Day is not a happy occasion. And do you know which group of people? The Aboriginal people. They feel that Australia Day shouldn't be a day of celebration. So I am going to share with you a video on the point of view of the Aboriginal people and how they feel about Australia Day. Let's watch that video.
Australia Day.
Australia Day. It's an interesting one.
Australia Day. What is Australia Day?
Don't you mean Invasion Day?
It means different things for different people. For us, it means survival.
Invasion Day. Our survival.
Survival Day.
And celebrations of survival of one of the oldest cultures, if not the oldest culture on the earth.
Racism.
I think a joke.
It's really sad.
My gut drops.
The fact that they celebrate that day that we lost all that we had. Yeah.
It's everything at once.
Brotherhood, sisterhood, clan, mob, strength.
It does bring up a lot of hurt, a lot of heartache.
It's like somebody that comes into your house, does horrible things to your family, and they're like, dude, we're gonna have a party and have a barbecue and listen to Triple J. Yeah, and we're gonna put it on the date we turned up. And you're like, that's kind of sadistic, man. Like, why would you do that?
People celebrating the day that your people got slaughtered and invaded, and the day that caused all that destruction and all that suffering to very peaceful people.
For a lot of Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islanders, it's a day of mourning.
It's the day that marks the beginning of the massacre.
I celebrate so many things about being here, about how beautiful this country is. but at the same time, there's a dark and disconnected culture.
I think that our country is a great country and it's beautiful and there are a lot of opportunities here. I feel that celebrating Australia Day on the 26th of January is wrong. That doesn't make any sense.
The 1st of January 1901 was when the states federated to become a country. It was loosely called Australia before then. It became official. This was now the nation called Australia, the Commonwealth of Australia. That should be Australia Day.
If it's truly a celebration of what we are as a nation, then we need to include the First Nations of this country.
A day that we could all celebrate.
I'll help you celebrate it if you like.
Now, in that video, you can see that Australia Day is not a special occasion for them. And it is very difficult for them. It is not a day for them to go to the beach or have fun, but it is a day of mourning and sadness for many Aboriginal people. Now, Mr. V has set up an assignment on Showbie, and it is for you to discuss whether we should continue celebrating Australia Day, or should we propose a different date for Australia Day? After watching the video and understanding the point of view of the Aboriginal people, would you want to still celebrate Australia Day on the 26th of January? Or would you propose a different date? Your teachers will take over and lead the discussions, and I hope that you can complete your assignments on Showbie once you are done. Thank you for watching, and you guys have been great students, listening quietly and attentively. Mr. V signing off, and I hope to see you again for the next lesson.